Hello everybody, this is Five Nights at Freddy's. You've definitely seen too much of this game already, but this playthrough will not be like any other playthrough. I'm gonna play through this Deathless. As you could have seen from the main menu, I have 2 stars, which means I beat the sixth night, in addition to all 5 of the standard ones. But I'll preface this video by saying, if you don't want the game completely ruined for you, do not continue watching, because A, this is going to be very repetitive, and B, a lot of the mechanics are going to actually be explained so that you kind of will know how each animatron will work. And you're also going to know, like, you're gonna probably get to the point where you know which one is going to kill you and why they killed you. The only one I can't fully explain is Freddy. But, yeah. So, this is night 1. It's actually almost impossible to die on night 1 if you are managing your power properly. If you're just panicking and looking around at every camera in order to actually keep track of them like you're supposed to, you're gonna run out of power very fast. And you will probably die. If you don't run out of power, I'd say around in the middle of the 5 AM minute and a half, you're probably boned. But let's see, first night, only Bonnie and Chica are active. Bonnie being the rabbit, and Chica being the hen or whatever. Freddy is not active at all if you're doing things, and Foxy is not a factor in any way on the first night if you are doing anything. Like, if you're looking at cameras pretty much at all, Foxy will never be an issue on night 1. He's not even introduced yet, because you only see these 3, and if you look at Foxy's camera, he'll never actually peek out until, like, super late in the night, I think. But yeah, basically what I'm doing way more inputs than are necessary at all on night 1, but this is the gist of, or this is what I could gather is the strategy used in the 420 run, which means setting all the AIs to 20 difficulty in the custom night on night 7. I can't do that because it's fucking insane, but props to Bigbugz and Markiplier for being able to do it, because that shit is absolutely insanely hard. Foxy is entirely too aggressive on that night. The other 3 don't matter as much, but Foxy is the main issue because he's the only one that can actively drain your power. When Foxy comes and hits your door, your power gets drained a decent bit, which sucks. But yeah, so like, it's already 2 AM and we haven't seen anyone. And if you're wondering why I'm not keeping track of them, there is no reason to check any camera apart from Pirate Cove until Foxy gets out. And then once Foxy's fully out, like, this is open and Foxy's not in there, once that happens, you still don't need to panic at that moment. You have time to get back to the office, close the left door, and you'll then look at, let me see here, you will then look at camera 2A to see Foxy sprinting down the hallway, at which point he should hit your door and you should hear some banging. And then as soon as you hear the first bang, you can open the door. Even if the sound effect is still playing, Foxy won't be at the door anymore. He'll actually be already back at Pirate Cove. But Bonnie and Chica are not supposed to get in the room unless you've seen them with the lights in some way beforehand. You have to see them with the light and then shut your door on them. Could be a little wrong. Like, the mechanics are known pretty well by now, but they're not fully, completely known. I'm surprised I haven't seen, like, any of them, though. Oh, speak of the devil. It's okay. Bonnie's just gonna camp the door for a little while, draining my power like a bitch. But night one, it's not that big of a deal. It's an annoying amount of power loss. Can you please go? Go away. And if you're wondering why I'm shutting my right door every single time I go to look at the camera, Freddy comes through the right door. And he'll only come in if your cameras are up and your right door is open. He will never do that on night one, though. But if you just want to do, like... if you just want to do a Deathless run, you may as well get the muscle memory down for it. You definitely have the... Jesus fucking Christ, get the fuck out. You definitely have the power to just do this all night. Like, if this wasn't happening right now, I would probably end the night with around 20% power left. Finally, god damn it. And by the way, I have done 2 Deathless playthroughs of this game already, so I'm pretty confident that there won't be any actual jump scares in this entire video. So yay for that. Even if there are, I have the volume pretty low. At least pretty low for me. And I know when they'll be coming, because I know when I screw up. The closest we'll get to it, and the only real time it may actually happen, is around the end of night 5. Because night 5 actually becomes power intensive to the point where, at least for me, it seems like you probably will run out of power and have to listen to Freddy's song before he just before he decides to kill you. And that song can take up to, but not necessarily always, 50 seconds. Which gives you a good amount of time to get to 6 AM. Yeah, this whole night we only saw Bonnie once. For a long time, but only once. All you gotta do is not panic and not check too many cameras. Don't have both doors shut and check the cameras all at once, and turn the lights on. I almost want to see how fast you can run out of power if you were to leave both lights on, turn both doors on, and then start spamming cameras. There we go, 6 AM, no problems. So, this strategy works on every single night. I've read that the AIs are supposed to be flipped on night 4 or 5 or something, but I mean, oops, go to this one, and we'll just do more of the same. I'm gonna mute the phone calls because we don't need to include actual plot spoilers in the game, or in the gameplay video where we're actually like actively ruining the game for everybody. But that's Phone Guy. He basically serves as the game's tutorial. I believe he was supposed to be introducing Foxy a bit. But in all likelihood, Foxy will not even come down this night either. And I guess I never even explained Foxy's behavior properly. But Foxy will come down to your office if you are not checking up on him regularly. If you're just staring at his camera, supposedly he just, like, fucks right off and comes straight at you if you're just staring at him for too long. Foxy doesn't like being watched. He's camera shy. So he stays behind his curtain when you check on him. But if you're watching him too intently, he's gonna be like, right, I gotta put a stop to that. I'll just charge you. And then you see the only actual animation for somebody moving in the game, which is Foxy sprinting down the hallway, which plenty of people have made silly GIF sound mashups for, which I think are hilarious. Things like putting a GIF of Foxy sprinting down the hallway with the extremely loud clip to hell and back Green Hill Zone for Sonic animations, or my personal favorite, putting a GIF of Foxy sprinting down the hallway to Swiggity Swooty, I'm coming for that booty. It's pretty great. But yeah, on night 2, I would expect to see... I'm definitely planning on seeing Bonnie at least once. We may even see Chica, but we most likely will not have to actually deal with Foxy. And a good way of gauging if you're doing this right, at least my gauge for like managing power correctly, is that I go through roughly 15% or so per hour. It'd probably work better if I had a timer on, and if you manage your power so that at 7 minutes and 39 seconds, I believe, is what Bigbugz aimed for. If 7 minutes 39 is what you make it to without losing power, you should survive the night. You'll still have to listen to Freddy's song and hope that he gives you the long song. But you should be good. And what I mean by the long song is Freddy can just not play the full song, and he can kill you early into the 50 seconds. It's actually RNG, and you don't have any control over it at all. I would appreciate Bonnie going away and, oh, there we go, not draining my power like crazy. Yeah, see, Foxy's not even peeking out yet. I'm not sure if Foxy becomes a thing on night 2. Maybe it's night 3. I don't remember. Anyways, as you can probably tell by now, Bonnie is the most aggressive one of the animatrons. Bonnie will show up more often than any other robot, but usually will also leave the fastest. Chica, on the other hand, will show up actually the second least. Her activity is second only to Freddy's in the first night for how low it is. Well, actually, first and second nights. I don't think Freddy becomes active really until night 4. But she'll come up, but she usually lingers. And then Freddy himself is supposedly one to... he's supposed to adapt to the player's activities throughout the game, but he still has his own rules. The main one being, will come through the right door if your right door is open and your camera is up. Which is one of the ways I kept dying when I was trying to do Night 6. Night 6 is an absurd difficulty spike compared to any of the standard 5. And then 420 mode is just absolutely insane. And I can't do it. But I was able to do nights 1 through 5 just doing this every single night. First try and second try. I've only actually died in the standard 5 nights when I was trying to do so. Including on night 1, I actually got hit by Foxy. Because if you do absolutely nothing, and Foxy's peeking out by now, if you do absolutely nothing until 4 AM, Foxy will just kind of peek his head through the window. But he's only there by now. He's probably not going to get to the point where he's charging down the hallway. Because he's got 2 more stages before there'll be an actual sprint occurring. Right now he's just peeking out. There'll be 1 more frame for Foxy where he'll be standing outside the curtain with his head in a ridiculous shaft head tilt angle. And then after that, it changes to a wide open curtain with no Foxy in the frame and a sign that either says out of order or it's me. Neither of those matters at all. What matters is after you see that, if your left door is not already closed, you don't go to camera 2B. Or is it 2A? It's 2A, sorry. Because if you see the sprinting animation, you have about 1 or 2 seconds to then close your cameras and shut your door. Whereas if you just see the curtain, you've got plenty of wiggle room. And we should be coming up on 6 AM here again soon. I really should have a timer running for this. And kind of sorry if this is repetitive, but that's kind of the point. Just to kind of show you, once you know everything in this game, and I've done extensive amounts of reading about all of this game's lore and everything, and it is really cool, and I kind of wish I hadn't done that. Because this game is actually good when you don't know what everything does and how to counter everything in the game. So now we're on night 3, and Foxy is actually active on this night. He's actually supposed to be active on this night. But yeah, Foxy still probably won't be that much of an issue. Bonnie and Chica still just get progressively more and more aggressive throughout the 5 nights. And Freddy only becomes a thing on nights 4 and 5. Now, the one thing I haven't mentioned yet is Golden Freddy. But Golden Freddy is not an issue at all if you never look at camera 2B. And there actually is no reason to ever look at camera 2B apart from tracking the other animatrons, which you don't need to do if you know how they work. But Golden Freddy can only appear if you look at camera 2B, see a Golden Freddy poster on the wall instead of any normal poster. It'll be a really close-up image of Golden Freddy's face. It probably is actually the same image that he kills you with. But he can only be summoned if you see that poster, and then without changing any cameras to any other thing, lower your tablet, and then Golden Freddy will be standing around in your office just kind of staring at you and sort of glitching out the graphics. And then you have about 1 to 2 seconds to reopen your tablet and just change the camera to anywhere else. That's pretty much it. But if Golden Freddy kills you, your game crashes. Which is neat. It doesn't even show the game over screen, which people think alludes to him being actually a hallucination and not a real threat, because he just stands there in your office pretty slack on all of his joints and his jaw. I mean, he doesn't have eyes like the rest of them. Like, it's not like he has eyes that are turned off, which some of the animatrons tend to do when they're looking at cameras, but they'll still have like a little white glowing pupil. Golden Freddy doesn't have any of that. He's just kind of laying there in your office. He's almost falling over. Like, I've almost wanted to try and trigger him because I know how to counter him. But I don't know. My inputs are probably lousy because I'm not used to switching cameras, because I've never actually had to do it. Wow. Not a single encounter yet, and it's almost 3 AM. And we haven't seen Chica at all yet, which is kind of surprising. Nope. Speak of the devil. And she shall appear. Yeah, Chica's just gonna linger for a while, but it's okay. She's honestly less annoying than Bonnie, because I'm gonna be keeping the right door closed on and off most of the time anyways, so that's not really power that I wouldn't otherwise be using. So it's actually not as bad if she comes and hangs out, since that door needs to be closed to counter Freddy, who is, as far as I know, still not active yet, because it's only night 3. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. Oh, hey, Foxy is peeking out now. But it's already halfway through the night, and he's just now getting to the peeking out stage. He probably still will not actually get his sprint off. Nights 4 and 5, he has a pretty good chance of actually winding up coming down the hall. But we can counter him. It's not a big deal. And I actually did it wrong the first time that I did a Deathless playthrough, which was actually my first playthrough of the game. I wound up having 48 minutes played. Oh, hello. He's actually standing outside the curtain now. That was actually pretty fast. That was a mistake. Okay, if this had been a later night, like 6, I probably would have died, because I accidentally opened my cameras without shutting the right door. Because Freddy would have snuck in. That's like the only time when this game actually becomes a bit nerve-wracking for me, is when I've screwed something up and then I don't see the doors not functioning. If you click on the doors and they're not functioning, you're already dead. If you're close enough to 6 AM that you think you could survive without Foxy killing you, you could then just sit still for the rest of the night, and the animatron that has snuck into your office will not kill you. Because the only thing that kills you when they've snuck in is looking at your cameras. But if your door stops functioning, whichever one corresponds to that door is going to kill you. If it's the left door, then Bonnie will kill you, and if it's the right door, then Chica will kill you. But they will only kill you if you look at your camera again. So, if you can survive without looking at your cameras ever again for the rest of the night, then more power to you, because I almost want to say none of the three, apart from Foxy, can kill you if you don't ever look at the cameras. I'm not certain with that. I think Freddy could kill you. But it's mostly Foxy that you have to worry about. You know, we're doing plenty good on power. We should not even run out of power until maybe night 4 will actually come close to, if not completely run out of power. At which point the game is not over. There is still hope if you run out of power. Freddy's laughing. So he is a tiny bit active on night 3. That low-pitched, slowed-down laughing is the sound of Freddy moving. So now is the time to not screw up leaving the door open. Because Freddy is the only one that's actually managed to properly jump scare me. His animation is a little scarier than the rest of them. Just because he is so much closer to the camera. And he comes right out from your peripheral vision. Which is, like, fucking awful. As opposed to just being right in the center, in the middle of your face. Oh, 6 AM. Okay. So that's 3 nights at Freddy's down. No deaths. Still doing pretty good. I'm doing my best to not actually have any jump scares for you guys at all. Because that's, like, one of the hardest parts about actually watching videos of this game is the scream sound is so much louder than everything else in the game. Which is really annoying because some of the things in the game actually rely on hearing more than they do on visual. For instance, Freddy's movement. It's easier to tell when he's on the move because you can hear the laughing noise. It's kind of irrelevant though because he can just kind of go everywhere. And Bonnie can teleport too. But yeah, there are some audio cues, especially if you go to camera 6, which is the kitchen. If you hear noise in there, and it's not a song, it's generally Chica sitting there making pizzas or something. But if you do hear a song, musicbox.wav is what it is in the files, that means Freddy's in the kitchen. All of that information is relevant because if they're not in your office, then that's where they need to be, no matter where they are. Alright, we probably will get foxed at least once tonight. And it should happen one time on night 5 as well. So we'll finally get to demonstrate how to properly counter Foxy. I'm going through my power just to... No, I'm not. I'm on perfect pace. I was doing my math wrong. I saw the 7 for 70x% and thought I was already through 30% power in the middle of 1 AM. Oh yeah, Foxy is definitely gonna come down at least once tonight. He's already that far out of the curtain. We're definitely gonna have to deal with him once. Long as the doors don't get camped, which we're doing pretty well on right now. We won't have to worry about Chica or Bonnie. Or we won't have to worry about really running out of power. Freddy's moving. I am on kind of crap pace with my power management. But, well, actually no, I'm still on good pace, because right now I'm on pace to be at 50% at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. being halfway through the night. So, we're still doing alright though. Come on, go away, please. It's kind of weird. Bonnie can stand there forever, and then Foxy can still come down the hall. Which is weird, because that would mean Bonnie's in Foxy's way. Because she's just camping the door. Please stop camping the door. You're really annoying. Please. Please go. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're alright. Oh my god. Fuck off. God damn it. You're making me waste like an extra 5%. I'm still on pace to be fine. This is just really fucking annoying, like, power loss. The longer Bonnie stands there, the less actual security I have. I'm surprised Foxy hasn't come down the hallway yet. Because he's actually been out of the curtain for quite some time. There's not really much else to say mechanics-wise about everything. Yeah, as long as I don't screw anything up. Freddy's actually the biggest threat at the moment. We are also now on pace to run out of power by the end of the night. Would you please fuck off? Actually, you know what? Right now is the best time for Foxy to run down the hall, because my door is already closed, and it needs to stay closed because Bonnie is being a dick. So, if you would be so kind, Foxy, as to run down the hallway right now, that would be awesome. Come on. Foxy the Fox, come on down. Alright, there we go. I would actually like to see this animation at least once, please. And since we're on such shit pace right now with the power. But Foxy's so far out. Oh, God. I was gonna say, since we're on such shit pace right now, we should be coming up on 5 a.m. But please, okay. Alright. I'm gonna let it run out. And hopefully we don't get foxed. If Foxy pops through the door, I'm sorry. I will just drop the volume right now, just in case. I just turned off the game sound, so you guys shouldn't hear anything, but brace yourselves for potentially Fox coming through the door, and if so, that sucks, because I really wanted to do this Deathless, and I don't want to repeat levels, but we should be kind of fine if we can just get the power to run out. Please don't come through the door. Alright, we're good. Right now. Cool. So now we get the Toreador's March. It doesn't even need to be the long one. We should have plenty of time. But we needed to sit there and not consume power for the remainder of the night. I should have enough time. Oh boy. Not the long one. Please. Son of a bitch. Well. At least I dropped the volume for you guys. So you didn't have to hear that. I'm sorry you had to at least see Freddy come up. But I'll attribute that more to me getting RNGG'd rather than like actually being bad at the game and doing things wrong. Because I didn't really do anything wrong, it's just I got camped for a long time. So, trying again. I am really fucking disappointed that I didn't get that all in one go. That's actually the first time I've died on a standard night. But we'll blame Bonnie for that, because that was really shit. And yeah, I did fix the game sound, so there is sound again. If we get into that same situation, I'll drop it again. And if we die again, I'll just probably edit it out and just add the victory or whatever. Or if I die again, I'll just be like, whatever, screw it. This works every single night, as long as RNG is kind of in your favor. Because you can actually have perfect execution of this strategy and still die consistently if the game just decides to screw you. Like, it should have actually taken a decent bit longer for Freddy to kill me there, but he just kind of decided to play the short song and not wait for very long in the pitch black and just kill me, which is unfortunate. Nights 4 and 5 are pretty sketchy when it comes to this strat. Sorry about that little glitchiness there. Whoops. Oop. She could please go. I would like to save some power, please. Okay. Already being put into bad pace for the night. I'm trying to take it a little bit slow on these inputs, just because power conservation and all that. Right now we're on okay pace. The last hour of this night is where it just becomes pray to RNG, the level. And it's the same and just a tiny bit worse on the final night. And it's so much worse on night 6. Like, I came close so many times on night 6. I honestly can't imagine what Bigbugz and Markiplier had to go through. Because Markiplier said he was doing it for 7+ hours. And I want to say that Bigbugz didn't get it for 100, almost 200 attempts when they were doing the 420 mode. Which is fucking crazy. I don't think I could handle 7+ hours of this. And there's the little hallucinations of Freddy and Bonnie. Those don't mean anything. Those are kind of just thrown in to make you panic. Those trigger nothing at all. And I don't know what they're triggered by. If they're triggered by anything, they might just be thrown in randomly. Just to kind of fuck with you. Can we not? Can you not, please? Please? Seriously, dude. My fucking god. Bonnie, fuck off. Okay. God damn it. I'm on awful pace at the moment with my power consumption. And I should definitely just start up a timer. If I can get to 4 AM and still have 30%, then I'm doing alright. Okay, yeah, I'm doing okay. Because, like I said a long time ago, the gauge is roughly 15% an hour. That's what this should ideally be consuming. When you're not getting camped hardcore, it's not really hard to keep that power up. But when you are, it fucking sucks. Also, there's like no Foxy activity at all. So that's nice. We're to the point where Foxy shouldn't show up at all. Hell, on this current pace, we might not even run out of power. Which just goes to show how much RNG does actually play into whether or not you can survive a night. And now that I've said that, watch me get camped to the point where I'm out of power. Actually, you know what? Probably won't happen because it's 5 AM and we have... As soon as it hit 5 AM, we still had like 15% power, so we should actually be pretty fine. I'm just so fucking salty that I got killed by bad RNG. Bonnie camped the door for like half an hour, and then Freddy decided not to take his sweet ass time. Because you have at most 50 seconds when Freddy does his death wind-up thing. Oh my. Foxy has... Alright, we're gonna leave it. Foxy, please don't. let me kill the game sound for you guys again, just in case. I don't want to hurt anybody's ears. I'm just trying to show off game mechanic. God damn it, dude. Ugh. Bad RNG. But that's what happens. I can't believe that I'm actually dying on the base 5 nights now. This is ridiculous. Whatever, you get the gist of it. What I'm doing works on all 5 nights. I've never actually done anything different. It even works on night 6. But this is roughly as long as this video was supposed to be, because I made it to the end of the night on both nights. I just kind of got screwed at the end by something dumb. Because you all saw it, Foxy was sitting there just chilling the entire night, and then he goes through 2 phases in like a second. Foxy's AI is a bitch, and he's actually probably the worst part about, like, actually surviving in this game. But I hope you all liked it. I'm not actually going to be streaming this game. I'm not doing 420 attempts. It's too fucking hard. Oh, and I guess I can show you one Easter egg. I will kill the game sound for this because it is very loud. But, get ready to see Golden Freddy in 3, 2, 1. And I will see you later.